My name is Rubbini KUMARAN and my metric number is 291698. I would like to present about managing stakeholder communication in IT project. So in this presentation, we will cover why stakeholder communication is essential, key concepts and methodologies, some real-world example, and also potential challenges and best practices to ensure the successful communication strategies. Okay, before we go deep about stakeholder communication, let's define what we mean by stakeholder communication. Actually, everyone have had doubts about what is the stakeholder communication. Actually, it's referred to the process of identifying all the individuals or groups that have an interest or stake in the project. So it's help to understand their needs and expectation and also maintaining the regular and transparent communication with them throughout the project life cycles. So in IT project, this is especially important because this project often involve a wide range of stakeholders. For example, from technical teams to business executive, which with their concern and priorities different of concern and priorities. So this effective stakeholder communication ensure that everyone is on the same page, which help in building the trust, avoiding the misunderstanding and facilitating the smoother the project executions. Now let's discuss the relevance of stakeholder communication in project management. First is effective communication build the trust and secure stakeholder buy-in, which is crucial for gaining support and resources needed for the project. Second is it's help to avoiding the misunderstanding by ensure that all stakeholders have a clear and consistent understanding of the project goals, progress, and any other issues that arise. Third is regular communication facilitated. Decision making by the providing stakeholder with timely and accurate information which enabling them to make informed decision quickly. Finally is ensuring that the project remain aligned with business objective by continuously engaging with stakeholders to validate that the project is on the track to deliver the expected outcomes. Okay, let's move on to the key concept involved in managing stakeholder communication. First step is stakeholder identification and analysis. This involves identifying all potential stakeholders and their understanding, interest, influence, and impact on the project. And also, stakeholder mapping is a technique used to visualize the relationship and importance of different stakeholders. Another useful tool is the stakeholder matrix, which help the priority stakeholder by categorizing them based on their level of interest and influence. For example, high priority stakeholders, such as those with high influence and high interest, request more frequency and detailed communication, while low priority stakeholders may need less frequency updates. Once stakeholders are identified and analyzed, the next step is communication planning. This involves creating a communication plan that outlines what information will be communicated, how it will be communicated, when it will be communicated, and to whom it will be communicated. The communication plan ensures that there is a structured approach to keeping all the stakeholders informed. Additionally, the RACI matrix is the valuable tool in these phases. It stands for responsible, accountable, consultation, and information. And it helps to define the roles and responsibility of different team members in terms of communication. This clarity prevents overlap and gaps in communications. To illustrate this concept, let's look at the real world example of large scale software development project for a financial institution. In this project, managing stakeholder communication involved several key strategies. Weekly status meetings were held with project sponsor and key stakeholder to provide a regular updates and discuss any issues. A project management tool was used to share real-time progress updates and generate the report that were accessible to all stakeholders. Monthly newsletters were sent out to highlight the key achievements, upcoming the milestones, and address any concern raised by stakeholders. Additionally, a feedback loop was essential where the stakeholder could provide input through the survey and the dedicated feedback section, ensuring their voice were heard and their concern addressed promptly. Here we can see the follower the key concept correct to it help them to avoid some issues between the stakeholders. Another example is an IT infrastructure upgrade in a global corporation. In this project, a comprehensive communication plan was developed, detailed communication protocol for different stakeholder groups, including the execution, IT staff, and end users. Regular town hall meetings and webinars were organized to keep all employees informed about the changes and their impact. An internal portal was set up to provide continuous updates, FAQs, and a platform for stakeholders to arise the question and receive the timely responses. The strategic they used helped to ensure that stakeholders at all levels were kept informed and engaged throughout the project. Despite the best efforts, there are several challenges that can arise in managing stakeholder communication. First challenge is the diverse needs of stakeholders, who may have a different level of interest, influence, and technical understanding. Tailoring communication to meet these varying needs can be complex. Another challenge is information overload, where exist in communication can overwhelm the stakeholders and lead to disengagement. It's important to strike a balance between providing enough information and not overwhelming stakeholders with too much details. Lastly, resistance to change is a common issue, especially in IT projects where new technologies or processes are introduced. Managing this resist requirement clear, concise communication and demonstrate the benefit of the changes to stakeholders. To overcome these challenges, several best practices can be adopted. First is tailored communication to suit the needs and preference of different stakeholder groups. This ensures that the information is relevant and acceptable to everyone involved. Second is maintain the regular and consistent update to keep stakeholder informed and engaged. Third is practice transparency and honesty, especially when addressing challenges or setbacks in the project. Building trust requires being open about both success and issues. Lastly, actively listen to stakeholder feedback and show that their input is valued and considered in decision making. This practice helps building a strong relationship with stakeholders and contribute to the overall success of the project. In conclusion, managing stakeholder communication is a critical aspect of IT project management. By identifying stakeholders' understanding their needs and maintaining the regular and transparency communication, we can ensure the stakeholder engagement and align with project goals. Effective communication builds a trust, facilitated decision making, and help avoid misunderstanding and conflicts. Implementing the best practice such as tailored communication, regular update, transparency, and active listening can significantly enhance the success of the communication strategies. Thank you. That's all from me.